Luv Jones. I am back with another one. So y'all excuse the dust up there. I be lighting my incense up there. My little thing, I gotta vacuum my car because went to move this little incense holder this morning. And all the stuff just went everywhere, and so that's what y'all see there. All the stuff from my incense that I be burning. Kind of want to light some sage or something right now before I get this started, because you know what? These energies have been crazy for these last couple of days. I don't know what's going on. I was sitting there, just had my regular camera just playing, doing a regular video, not anything to post, just kind of noting some stuff. Make sure I don't make that fall. And yeah, these energies been crazy. But we did get that setup energy that came out again. It's the famous people. Someone that's famous. They may drive a Lambo or a fast car. Some type of fast car. I think it's a Lambo or Corvette or Ferrari or something like that. But it said they're bribing people to do stuff. So this is still about setup energy. Somebody's paying money, and you know, this is like the real. And it's so funny because I wasn't even doing a reading. I was just simply talking about what was going on right then. And I was kind of shuffling through my cards and getting them all together. And that's what popped out, y'all. So this is real. This is what's in the energy. These people with positions, these are people with clout. Like the card said, these are famous people. And so that it makes sense why people are so quick to work with them, because they want clout. 222 I just seen on the clock, because they want the clout themselves. So imagine you doing a regular job, getting paid some regular money, and somebody comes through and offer you maybe your year's salary to do some crazy stuff. In the world that we living in today, with this economy like it is, I can see a lot of people being easily bribed, and that's what it comes down to. Somebody has money and they have clout, and they're using it to their advantage. And that's probably where this whole community effort to set somebody up is, because these people have clout and they have money. And so, yes, it's a community effort. Yes, they want to work with these people. Yes, they probably believe in whatever they told. So, yeah, I don't know. Keep getting a lot of stuff. Gel energy is funny. Aladdin came out. Aladdin's been coming out. Aladdin is one of my cards that I made. I don't know why I made the card. You know, when I start channeling stuff, I just like, that's how I write. Like, that's how I made my cards. Just words, things I was getting right then. I couldn't figure out why I wrote Aladdin. I was probably even actually thinking of the movie, but it's so funny because just a little while ago, I went over by the strip. I haven't been over there in a few weeks. Just been sitting over here in this spot. I went over there by the strip. I went into the Pawn Stars place. That's where I went into. And as I was coming out, leaving, I noticed what was I about to say, y'all? Speaking of pawn shop, this man, he looks like the older guy. His image is giving the older guy over from the pawn shop. And so anyway, when I was leaving from over there, that's what I was about to say. The Aladdin place. I noticed the Aladdin. It's a bell, y'all. And jail keep coming up in my cars. Feel like they're trying to get somebody locked up. It's a community effort to get someone locked up. Like they're telling they filing some kind of reports, telling somebody lies, and it's several people doing it. It's not one person, so it's not gonna look as if one person is just constantly making reports, which it probably already looked like that. So maybe that's why they got so many people involved right now at this point. So yeah, I know what I'm going through, but maybe that's for somebody out there. They're trying to have somebody locked up, y'all, for no reason. They're trying to have someone locked up to cover the wrong that they're doing. And they're using their privilege to do it. They're using their clout to do it. They're using their money to do it. As a matter of fact, based on that last reading I had, they could be even using your money to do it. And so, yeah, again, I say y'all be very careful. Be careful. Because people around here have no morals, they have no integrity. You know, it's two types of by any means necessary people. I feel like it's like the as above, so below that they say. It's two types of people. That's by any means necessary. You got the people who's going to do it in a positive way. They're going to do everything possible in a positive way to get whatever it is done they need to be done. Let's say if they may be coming up short on bill money or something, they're going to do everything possible to get that money. They're going to go cut yards. They're going to pick up a second, a third job. That's the that's the above people. That's the people who's going to do it the right way. And then you have the it's so below type of people, that's moving from their south node or their lower half of the chakras. That's going to be by any means necessary, and they're going to do all the crooked stuff. All the stuff don't make any sense. All the backstabbing things, all the corrupt things, they're going to do all those things first. And so when you have two people that may be lacking money, got the above ones, it's going to be by any means necessary. They're going to pick up 2 3 4 jobs, all kind of side hustles to do what they have to do. With the below people will probably just go try to set somebody up, go try to rob somebody, go try to steal somebody's inheritance, go pretend to like somebody so that they can use them for what they have, things like that. And so you have to be careful when you're dealing with people like that, because when you say by any means necessary, that's what they mean. And therefore people will do some very foul things, and they get other people involved, and other people may not even know the extent of the things that they're involved in, because people like that move like that. They don't tell you everything. So always be something left out. So yeah, it's crazy. Man, I wish y'all can get in my head sometimes and know some of the things I know. Because if I showed y'all something, like I need you to just It's like when I see it, like if I show it to you, like I need you to just know. It don't make sense otherwise. Yeah. So anyway, now that we've got that out the way, let's pull some cards, see what's going on. Spirit guides, ancestors of the highest white light, Holy Spirit, please allow me to channel the energies, channel messages from the energies that surround me. Please and thank you. Yeah, evil eye. They don't like, probably don't like the stuff I'm saying. Of course, they don't like the stuff that I'm saying because it exposes them. That's why they don't like the stuff that I'm saying. So somebody could be sending you evil eye, or could be sending me evil eye for just updating y'all about what's going on, for not leaving y'all in a blind. Because I feel like it's a lot of things that people need to understand. Got civil rights here, and get out could be an interracial couple violating someone's civil rights. Civil rights again. I kept shuffling. And then some cards fell, and civil rights it fell out again. Somebody's definitely getting their civil rights violated here. Man, this is a major thing, y'all. This is major. Got good health right here. It says orange, success, self-confidence, optimism. So I feel like someone needs to remain optimistic about whatever this is going on. Try to stay positive. Let this work itself out. You know what I'm saying? This battle is not yours. It's the Lord. So, you know, sometimes when things are out of your hands like this, out of your pay grade, way over your head as far as the elite people that could be in on this, and sometimes you just have to sit back and let God handle things the way that he's going to deal with it when there's nothing else that you can do. And this may very well be something that's going down in history because, like I said, this is a big thing. And so where you have these people who are working together, it's a big thing. This is citywide, it's statewide corruption. And, you know, based off my last reading, I was looking at that federal court thing, and it has something to do with states, moving states, money being over $75,000 or more. So this may very well, it could be a country thing. This could be something that's big. If you move from around, since everything starts happening and the corruption has followed you from state to state, this could be a big thing, y'all. There's no telling who is working with these people doing this. And then we have indigenous right here. So someone could have some type of indigenous background, some type of Native American, Indian heritage. These people are working together. And it's war. And so again, some things you just gotta give to God, because work against people like this when they have such high power. You know, it's like you gotta let the good cops come in and take the bad ones out. You gotta let the good people come in and eliminate the bad ones. You gotta just let stuff play out the way it is. And when you know you haven't done anything wrong, y'all, you just let it be what it is. It says take that shit to trial. But if they working with elite people and they doing stuff to try to get you locked up, you know, they probably working with officers. They probably work with people in the courthouse. They working with people through the community to do certain things, to say certain things. So yeah, I mean, if you can find a good attorney that you're gonna trust in a community that's being paid to do everything, then I would definitely say do that. Find you a good attorney. This is something you need to take to trial because this is something these people have done this before. This is not got Libra right here. This is not anything that's new to them. They used to just pan for things to go their way. It's people with privilege, people with power, dealing with corrupt people in the system. Someone could be shadow banned. Could be this Libra here. If you're a Libra, Libra could be contributing to doing this. Somebody needs to take something to trial. Somebody needs to take somebody to court. Because they really messing over somebody here. It all have to do with finances because I cut the deck on finances. And silly rabbit tricks are for kids. Got evil right here and they're hiding depression. Somebody's hiding some depression. Virgo right on the top of the deck. I see Texas here, but this ain't Texas. So I don't know if they trying to hold y'all where y'all at. No holding them. Not Texas. Because I almost feel like that's what they tried to do to me, y'all. I just seen loyalty and sirens. So I was going to say, I feel like that's what they tried to do to me. Because y'all know, situation with my car. Here it is, it's this little windstorm coming through. And I was only supposed to be here for a month, y'all. I booked the Airbnb for a month. And honestly, I started to do 2 weeks. But I just figured, since clearly it wasn't like a specific place for me to go to because I was just leaving from where I was. So I figured, you know what, let me see if I like it here. If I don't, then I just keep going to where I'm going, which was, yeah, not here. So it's like, let me just see if I like it here. Instead of doing 2 weeks, I'll just book a month. So I only supposed to been here for that 1 month. But when it came down to that month ending and it was time for me to go, and they had this windstorm, 1808 on the phone, on the clock. They had a windstorm came through. And I was inside of Walmart at that time, still staying in the Airbnb. I was inside of Walmart. Just went in there to grab something, came back out real quick. Soon as I came back out, I couldn't have been in there no more than 10 minutes. Come back out, soon as I'm on my way out, somebody meets me right there with my mirror in their hand, and she was telling me that this young girl, hit it. The young girl was driving the car, and I don't know. She said that it was knocked off. The girl hit it. That's what she told me. They get outside. She said, the lady told me, she was like, I left my husband out there watching her to make sure she didn't try to pull off. And I wanted to come in here and find you real quick because I just seen you go in. Evidently, they was pulling in 1911 on the phone. Evidently, they were pulling in as I was getting out and going in. And they must have seen it. I don't know, y'all. Y'all know I be feeling like people be watching me anyway, so ain't no telling how them folks seen that. But evidently, she seen it. She said she left her husband in the parking lot, and I was very grateful for her. Thank you, whoever you are. But she said she left her husband in the parking lot watching my car. I'm watching, making sure the girl didn't leave. And she wanted to come and just show me what had happened. She took a video of it and everything. Showed me the video on her phone. So I get to the car. The lady go ahead and she leave. Y'all, it's a family setup right here. And it makes me wonder, was that even a setup? So I'm going to finish telling y'all. I get to the car. Young lady, young Spanish lady. She's driving She's driving this big old black truck. I'm just gonna put that right there again. Somebody walking by. This family set up right here. So she's driving this big black truck. Young Hispanic lady, young girl, with her little brothers in the car. And so she explains to me that her little brother, one which was in the front seat, mind you, she was driving, she was in the driver's seat when I first got there. I was told she was driving. The lady seen her. And so I get there and she tells me her little brother opened the car door and the wind took it out of his hands, 2055. The wind took it out of his hands and knocked my mirror off my car door. And so she immediately tried to give me some money for it. Looked like it may have been $40 or $60. And I was like, I don't know how much this is gonna cost. 2112. It's like, I don't know how much this is gonna cost. And based off my experience, like when I first got this car, it's so funny because the same thing happened to me almost. When I first bought this car, I was in a parking lot. What parking lot was I in, y'all? What's the name of the place that be selling the wood and stuff? I'll think about it in a minute. But I was over there in their parking lot, and a work truck was backing out as I was already backing out of my parking space. He started backing up. I was like halfway out of my parking space, y'all. And then he started backing up and his trailer hit the side of my car. I had just bought my car. And it was a Spanish man. And he was begging me to not call the police because he evidently wasn't legal. And y'all know me, I feel bad for people. I'm like, I don't want to just snitch on you. Like, I don't want to just tell on you. 2222 on the phone. So I'm like, I feel bad for him. And I don't want to just call the police. And he's volunteering to pay for it, He done gave me all of his information. He done gave me the ID he had. I got his boss information. I got all the insurance information in the car. I talked to his boss. The boss agreed, it was their fault. And what's funny is the Spanish guy kept saying, he even said it was his fault. And he kept saying because the trucks don't have the beep beep on it. Y'all know when you back up and you hear the beep beep, that's what he was talking about. The trucks didn't have that on it. And he's saying, that's not the first time that happened. And that's the reason why, because the trucks don't have that beep beep on it. And I was like, okay. Well, as long as they pay for it, it's fine. Thinking they're going to pay for it. So I had all the guys' information, everything. Come to find out, all they had to do was just simply say that the boss did not give permission for the Spanish guy to be driving the truck, and it made them not liable for it. So it came out of my pocket. That was a lesson learned for me because I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to just call the police on him because clearly he wasn't legal. You're trying to be nice. And that's what seems to happen a lot to me. You go out your way to try to be nice to people and people take advantage of that. And it's crazy. And so I remember last time, I'm like, no, we're not going to do that this time. We're going to have to figure something out. So I was like, I'm going to have to call the police. Because I know last time they wanted a police report. I'm like, I'm going to have to call the police. So I did that this time, only to have the police to tell me they don't come out for stuff like that, which is crazy because in Georgia, they do. If you call them, they come out, even if it is in a parking lot. When you call them, they come. But I called this time and they told me they didn't come out. That I would have to actually come to the precinct. I've never heard of that. So I hung up with them, which they wasn't coming. I told the girl we had to go there to wherever the precinct was. She didn't know where it was. I didn't know where it was. And I was like, she was like, look, let me call my father. I'm thinking maybe he's going to come. He know where the precinct is. We're going to all go. She hops in the back seat immediately, y'all. like she wasn't driving anymore. Just straight jump in the back seat, made the call to the daddy, said the daddy would be coming in a second. Tried to say he was driving. He got there, tried to say the same thing. He was driving. The lady already told me the girl was driving the truck. The girl told me that her little, she pretty much gave me a whole scenario when I pulled up. So it was no question that she was driving. But he got there and he tried to play it off anyway. Like he was the one driving. He didn't come out of the Walmart. He came from somewhere up in the other side of the parking lot because he went and evidently parked in front of Walmart, but went somewhere in a store way on the other side of the parking lot because that's where he came from. And as he walked up, he was explaining to me that he was coming from another store over there. So y'all know I already know what was going on. And so the guy, he gets in the car like he was driving him. He asked me if he can just pay me for it. He would pay for it. Can we just go to AutoZone, get the price for everything so he can pay for it? I'm like, okay. Okay, that's fine. We get to AutoZone. Inside the AutoZone, the part is like 200 and some dollars. He's willing to give me the 200 and some dollars. So I'm like, okay, well, that's for the part. What about the labor? You're still going to have to pay for the labor. So I guess he thought about it then and was like, that's probably too much for him to just give. So he was like, we'll just do it through the insurance company, which was fine. I'm like, okay, just let them fix it. But yeah. So long story short, they had Progressive, was able to drop my car off, Toyota Nation. Um, they ended up keeping my car for 2 months, y'all. At a certain point, after talking to them, explaining to them that I supposed to have been long gone from here, and they were holding me up. They were holding me up from my trip, and it was costing me more money. I'm having to pay for hotels. I'm having to pay for food. Not only that, the rental car they gave me took twice as much gas as my car normally takes. Twice as much gas as my car normally takes. So I'm spending twice as much money on gas. I'm still spending money on food. I'm still spending money on Airbnbs I booked for another 2 weeks. And then after that I left from there and was just getting hotels. That costs a lot of money to be in hotels in Las Vegas. So thinking they're gonna pay me back, they're gonna reimburse me because that's what we discussed to begin with, only to find out maybe a week before my car was fixed that they wasn't going to reimburse me anything. So at this point, I spent like almost an extra 3 months here. And all the money that I had to actually keep going somewhere else, it's like I got stuck here. And so I just been here, literally just stuck here. And as I'm saying that, I had to give y'all the whole scenario because I first started talking and then that setup came out. And I'm like, I wonder if that whole thing was even a setup because I've literally been stuck. And it's like, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to stick somebody. They want you to sit still. They don't want you to have anything. They want you to look a certain way. I just cut the deck on famous again. So maybe you're going to be famous if there's not a famous person doing this to you. Because I keep getting this famous come up. So yeah, I just been kind of here after spending everything, after they're no longer gonna pay for anything because evidently they don't reimburse you for your stay or stuff like that because I'm not hurt. But y'all had my car hostage for almost 3 months. I had to stay here all this time just to get a mirror fixed, and y'all not gonna reimburse me anything? All the money it cost me to be here because I was supposed to been gone. I knew 2 weeks in that I really didn't want to stay here, y'all. I had given myself a month to kind of figure it out, to get acclimated to see if I liked the area, how I was gonna, be able to handle people. Are people friendly? To just give myself a little while to just be here and see. But after about 2 weeks in, I knew it was somewhere I didn't want to stay. And I was already in my mind saying, I can't wait to get to where I'm going. And then all of a sudden, this happens, and it stopped me. Like, it stopped my movement, like dead in its tracks, y'all. It just stopped everything. And so now I wonder, was that even a setup? I wonder if that was a setup. Oh, and it's crazy, y'all. I cut the deck on yes. I don't know what this young man right here doing. Look like he talking to somebody. He just started walking towards this way, and then all of a sudden turned around and kind of did this. Maybe he was talking to somebody. Yeah, it's so funny. He he was walking, y'all. He was walking towards this way, and then he just all of a sudden turned around, and he was doing his hands like he was talking to somebody directly back in the opposite direction. But then he walked down a little bit and turned to the left. I'm like, okay, whatever you was just doing, was you talking to the air? Because you wasn't talking to Buddy over there in the corner where you just went to. And what is this thing about weed? Is that like a code word for something else? Because how can y'all be looking for? Oh, y'all, dang, I forgot I was live. I was thinking I was on my other little recording thing, y'all. I wasn't trying to say that. My bad. But I mean, I'm here in Vegas, so y'all know it is what it is. But I was just gonna say, like, what is it with that? Is that like a code word for something? Because it's legal here. So why would people be asking for it as if like they want to buy it from an individual if it's so many dispensaries here? I'm so confused by that. I'm so confused by that. So anyway, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. We 32 minutes in, and I have to tell y'all that story because I really wonder if that was a setup too. Because now I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to feel like it was. I had no intentions on being here, none. I gave myself a little trial period, and before it was even anywhere near over, I had already made my mind up. I was gone. So for me to be stuck here in a place that I knew for sure I did not want to be in, I don't think this is a coincidence. And I just seen 3303 on the phone. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, pray for me. Don't pray on me. Pray for me. And get on up out of here, cause man, I'm so ready to go, y'all. I'm so ready to go. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So anyway, I'm just about to pull some more cards, y'all. My bad. 34 minutes in. Let's see. It's complicated. Yes, it absolutely is. Something that's complicated. Not just my life, but I guess something for y'all is complicated as well. So, yeah. This is at the top of the deck, y'all. I just looked down and seen it. And so, yeah, I have to take something to trial. You may need an attorney. Hell, with the Latin popping out and me realizing that that was a bail bonds place, I was thinking that, I wasn't thinking nothing of the sort when I wrote that card, y'all. Nothing of the sort. But for me to pass by that today and jail done came out in this card a lot of times, I feel like somebody's trying to get you sent to jail. And of course, if they're working with these people, that'll be very easy to try to set something up. Got gold digger right here. Catfish right behind it. Somebody pretending to be something that they're not. Somebody's chasing money, doing something for money. We already said doing things for clout. People trying to fit in with these people right behind it, y'all. Right behind this. It's like it was waiting, sitting there. They trying to get somebody locked up. Yeah. See security here. Luxor. It's funny. Something could have happened with security at a casino because I have Luxor here. Y'all know that's the name of the casino here. It's also somewhere in Africa. New ideas. Maybe somebody's switching something up. Something about time. Something could be happening over time. They got these new ideas to do something. Right behind that, Aladdin again. So something could be about some magic. That's what I was really writing this card for. Again, you see Princess Jasmine. Someone's name could be Jasmine. Y'all see all the stuff wrote on this card. And now I gotta add bail bonds because I just seen it. I seen it before I got back here. So now I have to add that. So I know when this card comes out, it may be talking about that. Right behind it. Yeah. And it says they're threatening a child. So if you have children, talk to them. If you have adult children, these adult children, I mean, you can't get them to say everything, especially depending on what they're saying to these adult children. So, yeah, they doing something to try to blackmail. They doing something to some children. They could be working with the children and try to get them to say something or to do something or to not react. It's funny. Y'all hear them sirens? Trying to make you self-destruct. They want you to go crazy. How many stories have y'all heard of people losing their mind and running crazy up the street or jumping off of buildings or have a heart attack because they're seeing things or they're paranoid about certain things, and so they probably get sent to these mental facilities because all of a sudden they lost their mind. I can tell y'all right now a lot of that has to do with spiritual manipulation. A lot of that has to do with what they are purposely doing behind the scene, working with practitioners and doing different things to manipulate someone, to mess with someone's mind. That's what it comes down to. 3909 on there. And they want to close your third eye if you're aware of what's going on because they don't want you to see what it is that they're doing. They want to be able to play with you as long as possible. They want to be able to set this up like they've been doing thus far because they're working with some people who are in high positions, people who are able to do this to you and get away with it. Someone could be being blackmailed, and I see Texas again here. Texas may have something to do with this. See Pisces, car sex, OnlyFans. Somebody may have an OnlyFans page. Somebody may have some, I don't know, sex in a car. I also have fire signs here and practitioner. But yeah, they aren't doing things themselves. They could definitely be working with practitioners. Again, trying to make you self-destruct. They want you to look like you've lost your mind. Like they ain't doing anything wrong. It's you. You're the crazy one. 40/40 on the phone. You're the crazy one. You're the drug addict. I had a reading a little while ago said they was putting stuff in your food. Could very well be drugs. I know at one point I felt like I would get almost like a buzz by just cooking with my regular seasonings in my house. And it's so funny because I stopped using a whole lot of seasonings because I didn't know what was going in them and coming out of them, because I've never gotten that feeling before, and all of a sudden it was regular every time I go to cook my own food, and I just thought it was the strangest things. So let me show y'all. It got to the point where I completely stopped using certain seasonings because it was easy to open them. And this is what I would use, y'all. Stuff like this. You see it comes in a grinder. I can't take this off. I can only throw it away when I finish. I started using stuff like that in my house. Of course, it took a lot of flavor away from stuff that I was cooking. And it's like, man, I miss the flavor of stuff. Went down to, just salt and pepper. Just salt and pepper. Because it both comes in grinders. So yeah, if you think something like that, definitely be careful about what you're eating, because they're trying to make it seem like you lost your mind. They want you to self-destruct. Then that could be part of it as well. They could be feeding you something toxic. Could be in your food. If you smoke, could be in what you smoke. Be very careful around people like that, because you don't know, y'all. You don't know. People are crazy, man. And that's why I would also stay prayed up, whatever you do. Prayer helps a whole lot, y'all. Pray over your food. Pray at night before you go to bed. Try to pray in the morning when you get up. If you're thinking about it during the day, no, but definitely pray over your food. Yeah, Sagittarius here. I see endings. Something could be coming to an end. Yeah, I cut the deck again on this. Watch your food. Watch your surroundings. Watch your car. Watch your house if you're in a home, your apartment complex, the people around you. Be careful, y'all. And I'm going to end it here. I'll be back.